was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. At their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now back to throw. That is caught by Lamb. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Here's 2nd and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing now is Brady. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Here's Pollard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Well, this defense for the Bucs, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, it's Pollard. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That throw by Brady, incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. In there to bury him for a loss of 11. We're scoreless after one. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Pulled in at the 24. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. Room here to run. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side?
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
But, Charles, this offense just can't seem to get off the ground.
But the quarterback, he has to keep picking himself off the ground because this pass rush, they've been on him so far in a big way. 3 sacks here in the first half. He might tell his offensive line, quit helping me up and just block the guys in front of you.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Brady. And that's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers on one play have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Buccaneers 7, Cowboys nothing.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Looking to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
First down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Jam, 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 jam.
Here's a give to Fournette. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Back near his goal line. Here's Brady. Out left, he's got it to Everett. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Here's Bradley Pena now. He's been terrific so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. They'll set up to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Mike, 45. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Check, 45 to Mike. Check, 45 to Mike.
Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Pollard.
81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Jones with a nice gain there on 1st down as he takes this forward and call it a pickup of 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Brady. And this is incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play, because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Now Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now a first down carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Complete to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up a third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. This is Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And that'll be caught by Darden. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Brady to throw. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Succop's kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal. But, you know, the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because, you know, the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So, yes, tight game. You'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a first. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. They'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A give to Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Bucs on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll get this one complete to Darden. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Brady now on 1st down. Into the hands of Darden. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Fournette. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that pushes the lead up to 23. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 4. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. They'll try the left side. Pollard, and he'll work his way forward up to the 22. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught by Lamb. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a dump off here complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Watch the screen.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
that might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Pulls it in at the 13. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Fournette. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural.
Yeah, but I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Bucs, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.